All right. Today we're going to learn an Ein Yaakov Shiur Daf Kuf Yud Beis Amud Beis. The Gemara says like this: Tana Rabbanan Shloisha and Miskanin Boim. Over here, it means that three people who don't try to have a conflict with them. Over here, the Lashon Kina, it's more a conflict rather than jealousy. Ve'eluhen, which the three? Oived Kachavim Kotan. Young Eved Kachavim, V'nachash Katan, a small young snake, V'talmid Katan, and a Talmud just started learning. We learned this yesterday, but today we're going to get more B'derech HaDrush more into it. Now, the reason we don't try to have a conflict with those three, my timer, the Malchusayu, Bosar, Udnayu Kaima. Their future. Malchus means over here their kingdom, their future, their potential. It's behind their ears. You don't know what they're going to be. That Oived Kachovim is a cotton now. Is young. He might grow to something, to be influential, a powerful person. And that small snake, that's small now, he's going to grow one day. And he could then hurt you because you were nice to him. You were not nice to him when he was small. And Talmud Cotton, he might grow to something big, and then he could revenge from you. So that's what all of them. That's what Rashi says of a klimmer. Asidinim ligodel. They might become. They have a potential. Their potential. V'tigdal emoson v'inok mimcha. They're gonna have they might have a nakama, a revenge from you. The question is this: the two, you could say, we understand. A small Eved Kachovim, a small goy, and a small child who could understand. They're gonna remember you mistreated them, you were not nice to them. They're gonna grow, and they're gonna revenge from you. But what a small snake will remember? What, he remembers people? A snake has such a intellect to remember people? So why are we saying to be careful with that snake? And also, you could say the same thing with any animal. You could say a small dog, he's a small now. Be nice to him, because when he grows, if he's going to remember you were not nice to him when he was small, he's going to revenge from you. So why did I mention this? So the B'derech HaDrush we could say that talks about over here within the person himself. It says a person should be careful with himself. Within him, he could have those three stages. The Oived Kachovim, it represents the environment. A person being influenced, most of the world as are not Eden. That's the environment you're around. So could be you have to be careful because you learn from the environment, you adopt a lot of stuff from the environment. So telling you might think it's not a big deal. It's a little bit. It's a small. It's not big. What I'm learning from them. So it says you have to be careful from a small Oived Kachavim, a small goy today, a small Oived Kachavim, a small behavior of Oived Kachavim today might grow with you, become big. Same thing with the snake. Snake is represent Yetzer Hara. As always, we know the snake is the Yetzer Hara. So it tells you here. You might say, I'm going to get used to a small Yetzer Hara. It's not a big deal. It tells you, be careful. That small Yetzer Hara is a potential is going to go with a big snake, and then it's going to hurt you. And then says Talmud Cotton, meaning, especially now we are in the Yemei Sfira, and we know we're mourning the passing of the 24,000 Talmidim of Rabbi Akiva, and the way it's Arizal says that those days that's happened, and those days we lost them because those days it says Yemei Katnus, and they fell into Katnus. They were also b'chinas Katnus. What's b'chinas Katnus? Katnus amoichin, meaning they acted like small people, because big people, they have enough room in their mind for another opinion, for another behavior, for another person. When you become small, you cannot tolerate someone else, and that's caused a lot of conflict, and that's because of that conflict of machloikas. They passed away because exactly those days you made katnus, and their behavior was katnus, so it caused them. It wasn't a good time for them. They passed away. So something of here, Talmud cotton, meaning you might be in Bevchinas Katnus. You could say it's a small inyanim now. It's not gonna disturb me. Yeah, but you should know that that cotton godly. That cotton could grow with you. You're not gonna go out. You're not gonna outgrow it. But it's gonna grow with you. So that's what Chazal telling us. Shloisha and miskanim. Don't start up, even though they looks to you like the innocent. They're not gonna hurt you. Whether it's Ovet Kechovim, as we said, you're learning from the environment of the Kechovim. Whether it's a small Yetzer Hara, not a big deal. Whether a Talmud cotton, you're doing things of katnos, things that for an adult is not appropriate. You're going to think I'm going to outgrow it. No, my time at the reason the Malchusayu, Vasar Udnayu Kaima. There's a lot of potential that those small will grow to big. That not you're gonna outgrow from them. It will grow with you. Then you will suffer for them. Okay. So now the Gemara says that story L'choira tells you the opposite of what we just learned. Amal Rav L'Aibu Brei. Rav told his Aibu, his son, Tarche voch b'shmato v'lo istaya milsa. He said, I tried a lot to teach you. Can you imagine? Rav wanted his son to learn like him, not like him, but going in the same path. And he said, I tried to teach you. It doesn't go. You're not a good vessel to learn. He says, To agmarach mila da'alma. So I'm going to teach you how to do business, how to be in the world. Yeah. So what this Gemara teaching us, we're going to al pi pshat. You have to be careful to teach a child. But if you see the learning it doesn't go, don't try to put him in that box which is not his. Meaning, like the Gemara says in Chulin, if you tried 5 years with the child to teach him, or you try 5 years with somebody to teach him a profession, or teach him anything, it doesn't go, then it's not going to go. That's it. Don't over try it. So you're right. You try to direct a cotton in certain way. If it doesn't go, you have to try something else. So that's what Rav did. Rav tried with his Aibu, his son, learning. It didn't go. He says, Lo istaya milsa. Kalman is going to teach you Mila Dalma. Maybe you need a different direction. You go in the world. So that's what the lessons he gave him, how to go to the world. He says, Adechola akarich zvinach zabin. He says, when you come from your day of business, you bought something, you need to sell it. He says, while you have on your feet, while you have the dirt on your feet, meaning you didn't have chance yet to go to take off your shoes, to wash yourself off, he says, sell your merchandise. I mean, don't hold back a long time with your merchandise because you might lose it. He says, so try the one lesson he gave him, don't hold too long to the merchandise. Sell it as fast as you can. Kol mila zabinu secharet bar mechamra. Anything you sold, you might regret, I could have got more for it. It's fine, he says. One thing never regret, when you sold it quickly, it was good, it was the wine. The husband, sell it and don't get regret for it because it might turn to vinegar. So just be happy with that. Meaning, so the lesson, a second lesson was, everything you have to sell quick, even more so, comes to wine. Because things that could have don't have a long shelf life, that can expire, he told them, sell even faster. He says, when you come to sell your merchandise, it's mamash the opposite of what they do today. He says, first make sure you get the money in your pocket, in your wallet. Then he says, open your sacks with the merchandise. Then give them the merchandise. He says, meaning a lot of time today, to make a sale, they give it, we'll give you a payment plan. He says, because the payment plan is going to pay, it's not going to pay. Who knows if you're going to see the money? He's going to talk about that later. So he says, first make sure you got the money in your pocket, then give the merchandise. So basically telling you over here, sell quick and make sure you have the money in your pocket first. So again, all these lessons he's telling his son when you go to the world, how to be with it. He says, better to have a parnosa kabo, one kav from the ground than kura. Kura is a lot bigger than the kav Meigra, going to the roof. Meaning, if you have parnosa close to the house, rather make less money working close to the house than go far away, make your parnosa from a far away. Even that's more money. It's a lot more money. There's a benefit being close to the house. You have you have peace of mind. Peace of mind worth also money. He says, Tamre bechaluzach levei sudna rehoit. Basically, teaching him over here also, in a way, how to put money in a saving account where you could make profit on it. He says, when you have in Bovel, they used to have a lot of dates. More things talks about brings other stories about how the dates was very popular and cheap in Bovel. They talk, when you bring the dates, you bought some dates, he says, while it's still in your bag, before you open it, he says, run levei sudna. That's what they used to make, convert the dates into alcoholic beverage. He says, run over there, do it out of it, alcoholic beverage. Yeah. At kama marapapa at lasso. If you have 3 seim, again, it's a nice amount of date, meaning like this. The Omar of Papa, the Gemara explains now why it's important to convert the dates, not to eat them, to alcoholic beverage. Omar of Papa, he loved the Rama Shichro lo atre. Rav Papa was in the business making sheikhor, alcoholic beverage. Whether it's beer or other alcoholic beverage, sheikhor, alcoholic beverage. Says, if I would not be in this business, I would not be rich, he says. Rav Chizda said the same thing. If I would not make, so meaning like this, the dates don't cost much. If you're going to eat them, that's it. You ate them. Right now, you ate something worth, let's say, $5. Okay, so you benefited $5. If you didn't eat them, hold back, and you invest them, you went to the place to make alcoholic beverage, that's worth a lot more. So he's teaching him, you have to learn how sometime not to have your temptation, I want to eat it right now, enjoy my cash right now, enjoy what I have now. Keep it in here. What's the good investment? He says, go to convert it into a sheikhar, into alcoholic beverage. It's worth a lot more and doesn't get spoiled because alcoholic beverage stays for a long time, it's longer, and you can make more money. So that's all this advises Rav gave to his son Aibel. When it says my sudna, why they call the place where they make alcoholic beverage sudna, Amar Rav Chizda, it's a word in Aramaic but has a shoyresh. This word has roots in Hebrew. Amar Rav Chizda, soid noem ugmilus chasadim. Sudna, from the word sudna, you could make the word soid. That's a full letters of soid in the word sudna. Also chasadim, gemilus chasadim. Sudna, you have the some letters from gemilus chasadim. Why? Rashi says over here, it's soid noem. It's a toiva. Shaharem is ashrin aimena. It's a good eitzah. You can become rich from this. Ugmilus chasadim, and you could do gmilus chavai. Yochol litan aimena la'anim v'lasot tzedakah v'chesed shar'en bo keren godel. You make a small investment. The dates didn't cost much in Bovel. You made now alcoholic beverage. You make a lot of profit on it. Now you have enough money to help others too. That's soid no. It's a good eitzah where to invest your money, and it's also you that good eitzah. That meaning by Eid, when he makes more money, it's not like by some people they make money they're taking to buy. How to enjoy more of the money. They want, okay, I can now help others. So it's that why it's called Sudna, because now you can do also with it Gmilus Chesed. Then Omar Rav Papa, the Gaber, this Eitzah that Rav gave his son Aibel, that first take the money, then open your merchandise to the buyer, he says like this, Kol Agav Gviya Buyer, Kol Ashray Sovek Osa Sovek La'osa. With the Osa, Nami Moes Roes Hen. He says, when you sell something with a shtar, what they give today, some kind of the sign, a paper, I owe you note. There's a check, whether it's a 30-day or 10 days, I'll give you pay. All this notes that I owe you, he says, any credit you give, he says, maybe going to come, maybe not going to come. Maybe you're going to get paid, maybe you're not going to get paid. So that's why cash in hand is better. And it says even when you get it, says it's called moes rois. It's called bad money. Why is bad money? Because it comes small pieces. Sometimes if you would get the money in bulk, you could reinvest it. This one you cannot reinvest. It's bad money. So that's why looks from Chazal, they were very much recommending not what the model of business we have today, credit. They were recommending cash economy. Sell for cash, get the money, then give away the merchandise. Okay, now the Gemara goes to a different eitzes. The Gemara says like this: Shloisha devorim Amar Rav Yochanan Mishum Anshe Yerushalayim. Rav Yochanan says three things from Anshe Yerushalayim. Kshata Yotze LaMilchama, when you go out on a war, Al Tetze B'Rishona. Don't go first, El Tetze B'Achrona. Be at the end. K'desh Dikonas B'Rishona. You should be able to go back to the city first. Rashi says, what's the pshat? You don't go first. You should go at the end. Rashi says, in case you're gonna have to run away in the middle of the war, you're gonna go home first. If somebody would hear this now, especially when people are going to say, "What do you mean? You're chickening out. You're not going to war. You're not fighting. What do you mean? You tell others should go ahead of you." So there's known. It's brought in a Yom from the Rebbe Rashab. He says we should stay away from milchemes tenufa. We should stay away from waging a war. A lot of people like to wage war. They like to be always the first to fight, the first to rebuke, the first to want to be always, to be the first comes to a conflict, to be in a conflict, the first one. So the Rebbe Rashab said to put all your energy in doing good. Don't be the first one to rebuke, the first one to fight, or the conflict. You have a lot of energy, put most of that, build something, work in a positive field, not in the field of. There are people, their job is like they feel they're the police of the world. They have to police the whole world and tell everybody why they're wrong. So put in the energy what you could do right. And he said that's the pshat what Rabbi Yochanan says over here. You could say that when you go to a war, a lot of times we are in certain wars. It's a necessity. We need. So he says, if you're going to be always the first one to fight everything, even you feel it's a just fight, it's a just war. We need to fight this. Sometimes you're going to find out you're going to look like a fool that the whole war, the whole conflict is out. It wasn't so like you thought. Then when you need to retrieve, go back, you feel you're like a fool. Well, what did I do? What did I was fighting over here for? It wasn't a good fight. It wasn't a good cause. So it tells you over here, in case you have to go back, if you're not in the front of that fight, if you're not initiated this fight, you could easily retrieve and go back home, go back to your original position. When you was in the front, you're going to look like a fool. How are you going to go back now? How are you going to? Sometimes people have to continue to fight just to win, just not to be embarrassed. What did I do? So it tells you, Rabbi Yochanan, when you wage a war, don't be from the first one waging wars. Wait, let others do the war, because. But when you're going to look like that was not a necessity, you're going to look like a fool. Okay. The second advice, Rabbi Yochanan is from Anshe Yerushalayim, V'aseh Shabbat Chachol V'al Tetzarech Labriyos. He says it's also, we will learn this from Rabbi Akiva, that it's better to make the Shabbos simpler, like Yom Chol almost, a little bit maybe extra, rather than make it fancy Shabbos, but you need to come to ask for help from others to help you to make a fancy Shabbos. Meaning, better to live even a Shabbos. How much more the rest of the life of the week? Live simpler rather than you're going to live in a lifestyle that's going to cost you a lot, and you need to going to ask help from others. If somebody is successful, try to partner with him, to buy from, to sell them, because if somebody is successful, like they say, if you want to get oil, you touch somebody that has a lot of oil on him. If you touch him, come close with him, you might get oil. It's something of it. When somebody is successful, try to connect with him, because that would help you to be successful too.